why do you think Teresa told you, yes, yes, pull her hair?
Yeah, you should. Yes.
Do it. I don't know. I don't want to do what they do. I don't want to pretend to know what anyone's thinking when they say stuff. And, that's my only regret, is that she had to tell me to do it. Felt good. All this time, I thought that I would be mortified when I saw it play out. Total opposite. And I'm not a violent person. And again, remember, and she knew this, I come from a long history, from very early in my childhood, of abuse. I've been everything, every form of abuse. There's only so much a person's gonna take before they just start to push back. And I did. And I don't remember I saw red. My only regret is not doing it sooner and having somebody tell me to do it. I can't speak for Stephen. I can say Stephen's, just a great guy. And I feel really bad that Margaret was even invited that day, because not for nothing, she doesn't shop there. She couldn't afford to.
So what was Melissa's reaction like when you told her there was more behind the hair pull than she had realized?
So funny. I don't give Melissa a second thought anymore. Stephen told me I should go pull her hair.
Stephen, the owner of the boutique?
Yeah. I looked at Teresa and she said, yeah, do it.
Wow.
Another person that I'm the reason that she's there. And anyone even knows who she is. Your greatest goal and achievement in your life is opening a boutique. Congratulations. Thousands of people do it all the time. It's not that special. So when Melissa's reaction to me is anything these days, I could really care. I don't care about her, I don't care about Joey, I don't care what they think about me. They both used me. Well, that's not gonna happen any further. So I think I stopped listening when Melissa was talking to me, because I could tell she was very confrontational, unapologetic, and it dawned on me that day, the only reason I was there and invited to come there was to try to push me out of Teresa's life, because they need someone to blame. They can't blame Teresa, God forbid. They can't blame any of them. They can't take responsibility for anything. So let's just use Danielle again. But she came there with an agenda, and she just wanted me to say something that would make Teresa flip a switch, and she got what she wanted.
Oh!
Wow. Were you not supposed to tell Melissa that Teresa kind of goaded you on about that? Was that something you and Teresa had talked about previously before you talked to Melissa?
No, it's not something. I just hold people's stuff. I hold it, I carry it, and it's fucking heavy. And I'm not gonna do it anymore. So I could really care less what people tell me to do. I'm gonna do it my way and in my time, and I was just done holding it. Like, it's not something bad. It's not like I said something terrible about Teresa. I'm the one that did it. So I was kind of shocked that the reaction was the way it was. I mean, if I had given away a secret like, oh, Teresa had sex with somebody, like she did about me, I could see getting mad about that. But listen, I've forgiven Teresa for so much worse than that. She called me a prostitution whore in front of my children, flipped a table at me. If I wasn't important enough to her to forgive me, which I shouldn't have even needed forgiveness, it should have just been understanding. Like, yeah, so big deal, Danielle said it, I did it. That's all she would have had to say. But the fact that the things have panned out the way they have, it was just an agenda. So I have to believe that, maybe Dolores was right about her from the beginning, even though Dolores was really mad at me for repeating what she said. And you said to me about Teresa, Teresa doesn't care about anyone or anything more than money.
You mother liar.
I think she called me, her exact words were, scumbag.
Scumbag! Scumbag! Welcome back, scumbag!
Turns out, she was right.
Is Danielle officially out of the friend group?
Well, Melissa gave her the kiss of death, right, Melissa?
Who?
Danielle.
Oh.
Everyone feels like
Who's everyone? So now you're speaking for the whole group?
Unfortunately, I am.
Are you?
Danielle, I spoke to all of them, let them know that I was coming here today. All of the girls no longer want you around. I really had no choice because she really just was not fitting in with any of us anymore. She really was causing havoc. She was becoming dangerous, quite frankly. And it was to the point where I needed to step in for my sister-in-law, for my friends that I love, for everyone, and just say, like, listen, it's not working with us and you anymore, and it's time for you to go.
Yeah,
And
we all know what
I like to
happens.
look at it that I did Teresa a favor, and one day she's gonna thank me.
No, she did. I mean, a big one.
Yeah.
And so I can assume everyone's pretty happy about this change.
Oh, I'm overjoyed. Now I just need her to move out of my neighborhood.
You know, I wish her all the best. I don't want anything bad, like ill will against her, you know, nothing like that.
I wish for her the best.
Yeah,
I wish that
like,
she
I mean,
finds
I have nothing
happiness.
against her. Like, I saw a few red flags, and I just thought this is just too much
You just
work.
decide if you're going to be close to her or
You
not.
just
We
decide.
decided not to.
Yeah.
But I wish her the best.
Yeah, I'd have to say out of the friend group, yes.
Without a doubt. She's
All right.
gone.
And I don't know listen, Danielle's been out of the friend group before, but I don't know. This time might be
Well, this time, she has no more allies.
nobody.
I would say she's out. I mean,
Yeah,
Teresa
she's
was the
totally out.
only person keeping her a part of the group, and I don't think Teresa wants her around anymore.
Still,
I mean,
even to
would
this
I-
day.
This was different for you.
Yeah,
It was
I
different
mean,
for
with me, like, I don't know why she did what she,
She betrayed
did.
you.
She kind of did.
did.
She
but
betrayed her.
I don't know why. With her, I'm just saying, if I saw her out, I would say hi to her.
I did
Other
say hi to
people
her.
that I don't like, I probably wouldn't say hi to them.
She ended up really throwing everybody under the bus. Everybody.
She alienated everybody at this point.
Jackie and her don't like each other. Dolores,
Dolores is
And-
cordial with her, but
but
they've had
she's
their past.
ambivalent.
They've had their
right?
past.
They've had arguments before. Teresa and her fell out completely this year. Melissa, the same thing. Jennifer got scared, because she flew off the handle. And she attacked Marge. So there's no one left.
It's a shame, because Danielle's like amusement.
How do you feel about her not being in the group anymore,
I
in the
don't know.
mix?
Listen, I liked Danielle around for entertainment.
After she went and assaulted Marge,
You're right. Obviously, Joe has a different feeling, rightfully so.
It's so funny. I saw her online when we were going to the Us Weekly party, and it was very awkward because I was waiting
She
to get
was just
interviewed.
always so nice to me. I can't explain it. Like, and you guys know, she was
when
like
I made
really
eye
like, so
contact
sweet.
with her,
I
I
know.
said hi.
She can't help what she is.
So-
And when you hang around with her, when you're into her
She's
presence, you have to
fun.
understand that.
Like,
she's fun
You
to
just
hang out
can't.
with.
You know
She's
what?
fun.
I feel like she doesn't do things intentionally. Other people that I don't speak to anymore, I felt like did things
Like
intentionally.
what Melissa said about you and your. Right?
About what?
Like what Melissa said. Like you do it ignorant and you do it intentional. Like that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Like I would, if I,
Although she's
if I
wrong,
saw
Jack. I'm
Danielle
just
again,
using an
I would
example
say
what
hi
she
to her.
said.
Probably.
I'm not
You know, if
saying
we were
that.
out at an event together,
Yeah.
I would say hi to her.
I did say hi to
Just
her when
'cause
I
I
saw
feel
her
like
at
she
the Us
doesn't do
Weekly
things
party.
intentionally.
I said, hi, how are you? She was like, good, how are you? I was like, good, thanks, and that was it.
I wish Danielle all the happiness.
And me too.
in the
I
world.
do wish her all the best. Never any ill will.
No.
It seems like after this event, the ladies kind of stopped inviting you to as many of their events.
I don't think they ever were inviting me. What was I at? I wasn't invited to anything that Teresa didn't invite me to. There's problems that run really deep amongst that group. Allegiances and loyalties to Italians are usually everything. But it's amazing how these other strangers come in from different parts that they don't know. I mean, I know Dolores Catania and her family for over 26 years. I don't know who any of them are anymore. I really don't. But I will tell you one thing. I lost myself for a few years in trying to fit in with people that I would normally never even give a moment's notice to. In my life, I'm not better than anybody, but I'm definitely better than them. I don't have to try hard to get attention. I just get it. Ergo, I was engaged 21 times. It's no accident. And 19 of those were before I had my children. Why? No one's ever asked me. Came from me wanting to punish people that were abusing me. But the way I got them to ask me to marry them quickly, So I said I was a virgin and I would not have sex until I was married. That'll put a ring on your finger real quick. Can't do that once you have kids. If Tom was number 19 and there were only 2 more after that and I married one of them, have I really been engaged that many times? No. See, Margaret doesn't know anything about me. Melissa, Dolores, none of them. I didn't lose myself for too long because I found myself now. I'm really happy with who I am. I don't have any reason to want to fit in with people that don't want me around anyway.
Are you spending more time with David now?
He lives with me.
Okay, so he lives in your house right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Frank still lives in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's Three's
You
company.
know what's great about it? I'll tell you what's great about it. I wake up, I got a man who broke my heart 21 years ago, and he's taking out my garbage and doing things around the house.
I was taking
And
out my own garbage this morning.
Right? Well, you know what? I took it out for a long time. And then I got a guy who wouldn't give me the time of day 2 years ago, who was arrogant to me and not that nice, and I liked him more than he liked me. And he's making my coffee. And you know what? That's how that's working out for me.
I got to be honest with you. David's not living up to his aspect, his end of taking care of Dolores. Because no, honestly, I got to put out the garbage and I got to make the coffee too. All right?
Okay.
All right? Exactly. And I'm the one that's got to sleep in bed by myself. Okay? So something's not right here.
He's a part-timer.
You know? He's got a little bit too much benefits for the work he puts in. Because I'm building David's house. All right? And I'm doing it for David. Believe it or not, I'm not charging him anything for it. All right? And she's seen the entire job. But I said to David, do me a favor. We have 4 dogs here. Pick the 2 you want. They're going with you. So I already negotiated that with David, and he said okay. All right? So he's taking 2 of them. And the ones that we have to use the mop for the most, he's getting.
So you have a man taking out your garbage and a man making your coffee, but they're
Frank
not
is
doing
always,
the mop.
No, Frank has the mop too. It's more than once a day.
Seems
Frank
like a
does the
team
mop.
effort. It's like a team effort.
And you said he's not pulling his weight as much in the house as maybe you are or Dolores is.
Because I'm a little more handy too, though, at the same time. It changed the light bulb. You know, next thing you know, David's got a surgical mask on. He's got his, surgery gloves on. I said, it's a friggin' light bulb. Just change the light bulb, you know? David, so you know what he does? He's got his laptop, and he clicks. I don't like sonograms. He goes to hundreds of sonograms a night, and that's it, you know? Like another guy would watch porn at night, and David watches sonograms.
You know why? I'm spending less and less time home if anybody's interested. So
That's
I don't
great.
need to be home as much as I used to be.
So then you do
Them
less
2 are
work.
on the couch watching TV, eating, cleaning up after the dogs, straightening up, and I put my stuff on, I get my shit together, and I tell them I'll see them later, and I come home whenever I feel like it. That's where I'm at.
Very nice.
They keep the house too hot for me anyway. I like a cold house.
What do you think is going to happen between Teresa and Joe? That's a big hot topic this season.
I believed all along that they weren't going to get back together. It's unfortunate because I do know I don't have anything bad to say about Teresa when I say this. I'm just speaking the truth. But he would have done anything to make sure that she had everything that she wanted. And I think that that's what led to the problems in the end. And I don't think it's Teresa's fault. I don't think it's his fault. I just think that they were both doing their best. It's unfortunate, but sometimes the end is usually what you should have thought about in the beginning, but who of us does? I do know when Teresa and I first started becoming friendly, 13, maybe 14 years ago, and I was talking about being cheated on. We were talking personally about, what happens between my husband and I, the father of my children, because I had this big, beautiful house, big, beautiful life, lots of jewelry, lots of everything. 6.5-year divorce litigation, but, I was selling pieces of my jewelry to pay the bills. This was all, huge pieces of jewelry. So it did support my daughters and I, and that's what I did. And she was like, oh, I would never forgive Joe. I would leave for Italy and take the kids with me. It's a difficult situation to say what you would do unless you were there. And I told her that. I said, don't ever say anything like that because you don't know until you're there. So here we are now, and I think that the time apart for the two of them, I don't think it has to do with the circumstances. I think it has to do with the time apart. That you know, they won't be getting back together again. I don't believe they will be together again. And I think he's being a man about it, and I think she's handling it as best she can. In all fairness to Teresa, it hasn't been an easy thing, or to the kids. And so I would never add insult to injury, like so many have done to me.
Do your daughters have any different opinions about you and Joe kind of going forward?
No, they were fine with it. Like, they didn't say anything. They didn't say, they had nothing to say.
think they know. They're
I guess
prepared.
if
They
they were
know.
not happy with it, I would have heard about it. So I didn't hear anything, so I like that.
And I
No
don't think
news
it-
is good
I don't
news.
think
Yes,
it's
no
something
news is
that
good
just
news.
like came out all of a sudden. I think we all kind of knew that this is where it was maybe going, so.
It's been a long time.
I'm nervous for her.
I'm nervous for her too.
You know I'm going through this with you. I'm like
I
so
know.
upset for you.
And how emotional do you think it will be to see your daughters reunite with Joe for the first
Oh,
time?
it's gonna be
Forget it.
so
It's
emotional.
waterworks.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be more emotional than it was for when I came home.
Absolutely, because when you see your daughters experience something like that, there's no hurt that a mother can feel more than the pain of her children.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and seeing them going through that. It's just, you're just gonna wanna save them and you can't. You just gotta let them go through it, process it, and learn how to deal with it.